Hello and welcome to this Gosen Gravitas 7.0 SR badminton racket review. Where shall we start today? Well, firstly, I keep getting into trouble for this. I keep forgetting to tell you all this is racket number 624. 624, that's quite a big number, isn't it? So I've just got my e-zone page loaded here with all the information required to talk to you about this racket. Where shall we start? Well, let's talk about availability first, shall we? Availability is reasonably okay. We will be selling this racket at www.badminton-racket-review.com. £99 roughly is the marker for price. It's available from other places too. Asia, no problem, you're going to get hold of this. In Europe, if you want this racket, we can always get it on back order on about a 7-day lead time if you really need it. We really find it important that people can access rackets and brands that are not available in Europe and other parts of the world as they are as easily as they are in Asia. So let's go through the specs of this Gravitas. You know, I'm just trying to think. This racket reminds me of the Gosen. I can't remember the name of it. It's also light coloured, nice racket. It has the same kind of feel. Right, let's go for the specs here. So the weight of this racket, according to Gosen, is 83 grams. The Badminton Racket Review e-zone testing shows this racket to weigh 89 grams. Okay, so that's with Yonex BG 65 string. And the grip supplied by Gosen. The balance of this racket is slightly towards the head, very similar to the Gosen Inferno Plus that we have tested, slightly towards the head. And the Badminton Racket Review e-zone balance test shows this racket to be head heavy. The shaft stiffness is said here is going towards medium stiff to stiff, and we have it down as medium flex. So maximum string tension on this racket, 30 pounds, it's quite nice, 30 pounds tension. And racket is made in China and it's carbon material provided by Mitsubishi Chemical Corporation. That's what it says. I'm just quoting that, I'm not trying to promote them. Do we have a grip size here? No, that's the barcode. I think it's a G5. Does it say on here? So we've got on the e-zone. Does it tell us? No, it doesn't tell us there either. It's not listed here. It's probably why. It says 4U5. So that must be G5, right? Yeah, G5. Okay, let's talk now about the design of these rackets. You know, Gosen, in my estimation, I mean, the Inferno Plus is made in Taiwan, and I don't know, my understanding is Taiwanese rackets are of the highest caliber in terms of manufacturing process, and you can see why the Inferno Plus needs to be made in Taiwan, because that head design is bonkers, and the accuracy and the perfection to which it's done is phenomenal. So hence my opinion that Gosen is one of the best engineered rackets on the planet, above all of the most popular brands. But this is made in China. So many rackets, so many items are made in China at such high quality that the perception that it's made in China, oh no, that's nonsense. You know, Chinese manufacturing has different tiers, different levels, and this is manufactured to a really decent quality. The graphics are unique, they're really well balanced colours, and it's a matte white finish. All of the lettering is perfectly done. It's a nice, refreshing design, totally different to anyone else. Take a look at these close-up pictures and see what you think for yourself. Okay, so now we've been through the specifications, let's now move on to the racket e-zone. Okay, so before we start our E-zone testing, what do you need to know about how we test our rackets? Well, first of all, we use the same shuttles, the Yonex AS30s on all tests. We re-string all of the rackets with Yonex BG65 at 25 pounds tension, and it's the same player taking all of the shots. Right, now you have some basic understanding of how we test. Let's move on to the smash test. The smash shot that you're seeing here, and for all of the rackets we've tested within Badminton Racket Reviews E-zone, we take generally 6 shots. We take the 2 highest racket shuttle speeds, and we average those to give us a overall speed. If those two readings are not within a certain percentage of each other, we then retake the entire test. This shot measures the shuttle speed coming off the racket head, and also if you go across to the E-zone, you'll see a picture similar to the one you're looking at on the screen now, which accompanies every single racket within the E-zone, so that's nearly 650 or more rackets, with this kind of smash JPEG showing you the racket head speed, the shuttle speed, the distance, and the approximate repulsion of the racket. Okay, it's time now for a E-zone maneuver test. The maneuver shots was designed to tell us about the racket's acceleration abilities, its ability to shift from one direction to the other or shift quickly from nothing to full speed. It also tests the racket's aerodynamics. In this test, the player is sitting still with the racket, and once the shuttle is fired, we measure the shuttle speed to ensure we have consistency within the tests, so it's coming at the same speed all the time, or roughly the same speed as much as we can control anyway. And then the player reacts once the shuttle is fired to hit the shuttle, and we are measuring the head speed of the racket during that test. Okay, let's go across now to the E-zone control test. Camera. The player is aiming for the green bucket, which scores the highest. The grey bucket scores slightly less, and anything in the net or out scores nothing at all. Now, the same rules apply on this test as they do on any other court test. It's the same shuttle, it's the same strings, same tension, same player. Now we have retaken the test with the same rackets to see what kind of variation we get, and we generally find that the results are within 10 to 12% of each other, so the test is not that bad, and it is generally very hard to come up with a control test that's better than this. We've tried, but if any of you have any suggestions on how we should proceed with control tests in the future, please do give constructive answers that are helpful. Well, I can tell you it has achieved a phenomenal score on the E-zone, and the court testing, the separate court testing we do, also confirmed that this racket has some really good skills. First of all, you do manage to achieve a very decent level of smash with it. You also get really decent airspeed from the racket, and to add to that, nice level of control. So what I would say is the racket does not feel super light. The Inferno Plus definitely feels lighter than this, and it is by a very small amount. However, this one probably is the more capable racket. You get more power, you get nice control, and you get really decent drive ability with the racket. So I think for singles players, while you do get the control, you do get the smash, the overhead shots could be a little bit easier. So if you're looking to buy one of these, it's definitely a thumbs up if you are a doubles player. Nice racket, might be a little bit exhausting if you're used to if you're coming off the Venom, for example, which is like super speed, Superman racket in terms of speed with the air and power and all of that. This will feel heavy compared to that. It plays very similarly to the King K9, but it's really easy to use and get the performance out of. So I think if you're a fan of the Astrox 9 or 7, then you're not going to like this racket. It's too lightweight, too easy. But if you want a decent racket built to last, and you're a doubles player, I mean, even if you are a singles player, you can use the racket. It's I would still prefer this racket over most of the Astrox rackets that are out there. But I think for a doubles player, it's really well suited, especially if you'd like slightly heavier overall weight of 89 grams. I think it'll work for you. Me personally, I like to, if I'm going to that kind of level, I want a smash that's absolutely crazy, and this will deliver a good smash but not a crazy one. Other than that, I'd rather drop down to 85, 86 grams so I get the extra speed and ability to react. But that's personal, and you know, our views, my view, doesn't reflect the views of the general community or individual players. So the answer to your question, £99, this racket is a thumbs up. Definitely give it a go. It's a unique racket. Remember, the one thing that it could do with is being feel slightly lighter and a little bit more nimble. It's certainly very good. It delivers very good airspeed, no doubt about that, but it just doesn't feel as nimble as perhaps I would have liked it to. I hope that's helped in your decision making process. I hope that if you are using this racket, you will consider leaving a review if you are an eZone member within the eZone. If you're not, well, on one of our social profiles, don't forget, with thousands of people are visiting the eZone, we have loads of people visiting our social profiles, so it's helpful to other people if they know what your views are. Whenever we answer any of the YouTube comments, we will always ask for what you think of the racket, and provided you're sensible in your reply and it's not just, oh well, you guys are a bunch of this and that, well, that's just fine if that's your opinion, but it's not useful opinion really, is it? So we don't expect you to agree with us either, just need to know what your opinion is, and that really matters. So do that, guys. Do keep pressing the like buttons, do keep sharing it. You know, this movement of neutrality towards rackets. We're neutral towards rackets. We have no bias. We don't care who makes the rackets. We only want to tell you what we truly have found. We're trying to do that in the most even, balanced way possible. You guys can help by giving us your views on the racket. It's so important. And the support around the world has been phenomenal. Thank you so much. Really, really heartfelt appreciation for that. I think we're done here today. If you're not familiar with the eZone, there will be a video tour following this video. If you are familiar with it and you've heard all this before because you're a regular subscriber, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to sign off for today. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.